Yeah, so today I'm just going to be talking about my trip. So I only went for 3 weeks, unlike some of the other presenters so far, and I just went during June 15th to July 6th. I went to ESSCA, which is a school with many locations in Budapest, Paris, Bordeaux. They're sort of just expanding everywhere. And yeah, so I went to Bordeaux for 3 weeks. So I'll just be presenting. So my class was fully exchange students. I had, I think, 16 students in total. I did two classes, including one on hospitality and tourism and one on wine. So on the left is just an example of a field trip we went on, and we went to the Intercontinental Hotel, and we were just learning about like what a five-star hotel has to offer and how the resources might be different. And then later in the day, we went to like a standard three-star hotel, and we just compared like the differences and what the expectations are and why the price is so different. And then on the right, I just have a picture from our wine class. We went on wine tasting. And so this is just from the wine tasting school. And we had, just different wines. We would talk about how the wine is made, what makes it different. And yeah, so my class was extremely diverse. We had, I think, seven different countries represented, including Indonesia, China, Turkey, Austria, Scotland, and of course Canada. And yeah, classes were mostly for me. We had 4 days a week for 3 weeks, and in the morning it would be usually in the class like a lecture for 3 hours, and then the afternoon would typically be a field trip somewhere or an out of the class experience. So one of the examples of things I got to do there was one weekend they had Bordeaux's wine festival. So Bordeaux's a heavy wine capital of the world. It's very heavy on wine. And so one weekend we had local ambassadors from the school take us out, and we went to a local chateau, which is basically, in other words, like a French castle converted into a wine distributor. And so we got a free glass of wine. As you can see, I'm holding it there. And then we also got a vineyard tour at another chateau the same day. And these were completely free for the day because basically they just want to get you in and show off their wine and their estate and get you just to purchase a bottle. So it was really nice, and it was really good on the wallet. And then we went to the next weekend was actually a music festival. So our trip was at a great time. So here on the picture on the left, you can see me and a couple students. We went to a local wine or a local music festival. This one was inside like a small church that got converted into sort of like a concert hall. And then they actually block off all the streets this weekend, and they have sort of like a concert at City Hall. And then on other streets, they have like rap music, jazz music, basically everything except for country, I found. So there's really something for everyone, and we had a great time doing that. As I said, we only had 4 day long weeks. So we had a weekend trip. Me and a couple other students, we went to Paris for the weekend, which is just a 3 hour train ride. So I got to see the Mona Lisa. Obviously, I wasn't waiting in that line. I'm a pretty tall guy, so I just went right over the top to get my picture. And this is just the Louvre in the middle, which is where the Mona Lisa is and a lot of famous artwork is. And then they had the Eiffel Tower, of course, had to get a picture. And they got the Olympic rings on, obviously, for the Olympics next month or this month, I think. And then lastly, I just want to talk a bit about the food because I found that to be the biggest difference in terms of culture here and culture there. Their food is top notch. On the left, I had duck, obviously, and then some potatoes and salad, some drinks with some classmates. And then on the right, this was our last class meal, and the school was top notch, and they offered us a great meal. And we didn't have to pay for anything that day. Like they just brought it all to us, which was really nice. But I really enjoyed my 3 weeks away. I felt like I learned a lot in both classes, and it was very interactive and hands-on experience. And yeah, thank you guys for your time.